Uh, hello. I had a busy day yesterday, and I'm gonna have a busy day today. Well, when the whole Wii press conference starts, and then we could finally see it, if the Nintendo Wii can bring out the power. And by the way, it's looking like the price may be about 399, which is $400, which basically tells me that everybody's going to complain about it because they can't Nintendo can't sell a $400 console because, well, it's not Microsoft. Whatever. It just goes along with those complaints like, why can't PlayStation 3 or Wii just use DirectX? Because it's owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft has Xbox, and they're not going to let other competing consoles have it. End of story. But Sony's press conference was good, I guess. New games, great. That spellcasting game put people to sleep. Sanely. It ain't gonna sell worth of shit. And they only introduced two games for their Vita. Two of them. And one of them was like the Assassin's Creed game. Basically, they put a bundle in the Assassin's Creed 3 and a Assassin's Creed 3 Vita game. And so you can get like downloadable content from the two, and if you get the two, you'll get even more downloadable content, which, by the way, will cost you up to $1,000. Yeah, for two games that are pretty much the same game, but for two consoles that are not very high in the sales mark from a company that is about ready to go for bankruptcy if they're not careful. Smart fucking thinking there, Sony. Real fucking smart. Your entire electronics department is in a complete shambles, and you come up with this? What the fuck's wrong with you, Sony? You need to get your act together and try to make your company profitable again. Hell, even Peter Mulligan, yeah, that Peter Mulligan said it himself, that he is even worried about Sony. Hell, I'm worried about Sony. They are in the red, and their stocks are just not non-existent. And of course, their only connection between a mobile device and their PlayStation is with an Android, or a certain type of Android that support with Sony. Whatever. Yeah, that's right. It only will connect with a certain type of Android phone. And as much as I hate Microsoft's Smart Glass, let's just face it, Smart Glass was nothing more than Microsoft's virtual desktop. You know, the same virtual test desktop that made a lot of Microsoft servers, or a lot of servers in general, kind of get hacked. Of course, if you want a better virtual desktop, try the VNC or Virtual Desktop. At least they're secure. It just, if you're an Xbox user, don't use Smart Glass. At least with Nintendo, when they showed off their gamepad, I know it's still a op name from the iPod, whatever. Even though they're that bullshit story about them calling the old NES controller the gamepad, whatever. At least they put a feature that, well, technically, I guess it was my fault, but I didn't see coming. And, turning the Wiimote into a TV controller. Basically, you can take the Nintendo gamepad, turn on your TV with it, and then turn on your Wii U. And hopefully, yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be ready for on launch, or they'll fix it with updates that you can even turn on your DVD player and other devices with it. I mean, if it's going to act like a universal remote, it might as well be able to control other devices. And yeah, and Dave said that there was going to be where you're able to post things on there that will go into a basic HTML post that can be scanned by any uh, computer and mobile phone. And they even showed it on the Nintendo video where, the guy had a mobile phone and he was able to see what the guy who had posted from his Wii U, and he was even able to post on there as well. Which was kind of a surprise because Nintendo showing off mobile phones technology. That kind of came out of nowhere. Nintendo, seriously. I thought you were going to concentrate everything on your 3DS, even though your 3DS is now finally starting to sell like hotcakes and is destroying the PS Vita. Even though certain people, Sam doesn't want to admit to that. And of course, Sam doesn't want to admit that there was ever a mobile phone shown in that video. Or, Nintendo acknowledging that, yeah, they're acknowledging mobile phone. They are acknowledging smartphones and its use, and they did show it. But Sam will never admit to that, will he?